CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening, I'm Andrew Johnson. Hudson Mack is off tonight. Police in SAANICH are on the hunt for a suspected firebug after a backyard shed went up in flames on New Year's Day. SAANICH police were called to the 3200 block of Shelbourne Street shortly after midnight. A neighbor called 911 when he saw flames coming from the backyard next door. He ran over to the neighbors where the homeowner tried extinguishing the burning shed himself with a garden hose. When emergency responders arrived, the entire shed was engulfed in flames. There were no injuries. Police are saying the blaze is suspicious.
Just from the nature of the area of where the fire was located within the detached shed, it's not believed to be from a combustible that just ignited on its own, and believed to be it was in fact set, and they're investigating it as an arson.
The homeowner did have a surveillance camera in his backyard. Police are still investigating. Here on Vancouver Island, Mount Washington and Mount Cain are both listed as considerable risk. The Vancouver Island Avalanche Bulletin says this means slides could occur naturally or due to skiers, so it's best to stick to the tree line and be extra cautious in the backcountry. Mount Washington, meantime, is expecting up to 10 to 80 millimeters of snow over the next 3 days. RCMP and Duncan are searching for a man who attempted to force a woman into his car. The incident happened just after 6 yesterday morning near the Caprice Theatre in Duncan. The woman was walking alone when a man rolled up beside her. Police say a struggle broke out between the pair as the driver tried to force the 22-year-old into his vehicle. The woman fell to the ground and was kicked in the stomach and back before managing to flee.
She vigorously resisted, fought back quite aggressively. She, in the altercation, was injured. She was taken to the COWICHAN District Hospital for treatment and later released. The assailant was not believed to be known to the victim. She reports a description of the suspect as being a white male in his 40s with white hair, receding hairline, wearing a blue sweater and blue jeans.
The attacker may also have a tattoo on the left side of his neck. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to call the North Cowichan Duncan RCMP. Nanaimo Mounties are on the hunt for a group of vandals who broke into and smashed up Woodbank School in Cedar on New Year's Day. Police say a group of boys broke windows to get inside, then took a fire extinguisher and emptied it inside the school. A witness caught one of the alleged vandals as they were running out. The 17-year-old boy from Cedar was arrested and later released to his parents. People living in the area believe the group is responsible for other damage in the area. With the celebration to usher in 2012 falling on a Saturday, police in the Capital Region had their hands full. 140 calls came into Victoria Police New Year's Eve and 21 people were arrested. Many of those incidents involved public intoxication, but one was much more serious. Vic PD arrested a 17-year-old View Royal man who police say was involved in an altercation that left another man with serious injuries. It happened in the 2700 block of Cook Street around 12:30 Sunday morning. Officers arrived to find the suspect being held down by witnesses, some of whom police say were hurt while capturing the man. The 23-year-old who was seriously injured in the altercation is expected to recover in hospital. Police are thanking those who subdued the suspect before officers arrived.
This is a showing that members of our community are standing up and they're saying enough is enough. And you know what, if you're going to start something like this, the community is going to stand up and say enough. And then when we're able to get there, we can continue with that investigation.
New Year's Eve is typically one of the busiest days of the year behind Canada Day and Halloween. An average day for Victoria Police sees about 150 calls for service in a 24-hour period. Police said by late Sunday morning, all of the people arrested on New Year's Eve had been released from custody. With the new year upon us, the time has come to discard the Christmas tree. Up and down the island, many people are starting to chip away at the holiday season to help support local organizations. Students were busy lopping branches today in the Reynolds High School parking lot. The high school band is recycling Christmas trees to help raise money for a music festival. All proceeds will go toward flying the Reynolds band to Ottawa to compete.
They're performing in a competition festival. The jazz band, I believe, will be performing, and the concert bands. So it's pretty exciting. They were in a competition in Port Alberni 2 years ago to get accepted. And now some of the students are going. So yeah, and we're just trying to do things a little bit different, and it's nice to get them outside and doing something that's not just band related.
The students will be collecting trees until next weekend. In the spring, the Reynolds Band will be holding a manure sale to help fundraise their trip.